January 24th. What's going on? How are ya? How's it going? How are your hearts? How's your sporting heart after this weekend of playoff football? Jesus Christ. I'll tell you, 2 weeks ago, it was a fucking snooze fest. Nothing but fucking blowouts. This past, last week, the weekend before, this past weekend. I don't know how to say it. Not this weekend, the weekend before. And this week, I mean, right now, it's the second quarter, and I got the fucking, the Bills and the Chiefs game on right now. So, if you were sleeping under a rock, you know, if you were quarantining to the point you don't even fucking watch television because you're afraid someone on TV is going to breathe on you. This is what happened. Your Los Angeles Rams beat my second team, the Tom Brady Buccaneers. That was a tough one to watch. That reminded me of when the Giants would beat the Patriots, and it was like Tom Brady did his job, and then the defense would just fucking let us down. Well, maybe not in the first one. I really think it was the Giants' front four on that one. But like Tom, at the end of the game, drove down, got us the touchdown. Okay, all you got to do is stop them, and then they just let him go down the field. I don't fucking understand how that goddamn safety waits till Cooper Kupp is parallel with him, and he's not running full speed at that point. Like, what are you doing? The safety's not running full speed. It's like, go out there, one fucking thing. Don't let him get behind you. Don't let him I can't believe they weren't in this stupid prevent. I actually appreciated the fact that they were actually playing defense. But I don't know that, I mean, get fucking burned underneath. Guess that he's going deep. Let him fucking break off the route, and then you curl around, you tackle him after he fucking catches the ball. I don't know. It's easy for me to say who can't even fucking run I think I ran a 40-yard dash between 7 and 8 seconds when I was 18 in the prime of my life. I'm slow as shit. Sorry, I have a cold. No, I don't have COVID. I keep testing. I keep fucking testing. It keeps coming back negative. I did one of those fucking the PSATs. I did a rapid or whatever the fuck you call them. PCRs. I keep doing that, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I have no idea. I think I was just run down from traveling. And then I smoked a stick. And then, then the second you get sick, everybody's like, oh my God, what is that? Are you all right? And it's like, all right, let me take a test. Okay, I came negative. Okay. But it could not show up until tomorrow. All right. Okay. So what is that? Why did I get tested? Just to see if I had it? Okay, it's saying I don't have it. All right, but that doesn't mean you don't have it. It just means it's not showing up. It's like, all right, I'll keep fucking... I love it, man. I've been fucking sitting here. My room of fucking out by the garage, just fucking watching football, staying away from everybody. Keeps going, all right, you gotta keep testing for another fucking... I was like, all right, I'll keep doing that. I'll keep fucking... what are you going to do? My drums are out here. I've been having a great time. But speaking of which, yeah, so Tom Brady goes down. I mean, the fucking Rams did everything they could to give them that game. And Tom Brady, as he always fucking does, goes down and gets the score to put you ahead or tie it up or whatever. And then the Rams, the Bucs had one fucking job. Don't let what happened happen. Fucking unreal. I'll tell you the craziest one, though. The craziest one was the 49ers beating the Packers, unless something crazy happens in this Bills-Jets game. I was on the phone with somebody when they blocked that punt, and it just stayed up in the air forever. And I was just screaming, oh, my God. That was... Shout out to all the Packers fans that died 1,000 deaths as that thing stayed up in the air for like a minute, and there was nothing but 49er jerseys around it. I was thinking, is he going to try to pick it up and kick it out of the back of the end zone? And he scooped it right up and scored a fucking touchdown. It was unfucking believable. I couldn't believe it. And when Ndamukong Suh caused that fumble, another one. Oh my God, just screaming. Oh my God. It was the most exciting weekend of football. It was fucking amazing. But I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I am not buying the 49ers. I'm just not. I think, I don't know. This feels like a weird year in the NFL. You know, it's a transitional thing where, like, Roethlisberger's retiring. That might have been Tom Brady's last game. I feel like, Mahomes is the guy. Russell Wilson. And then there's, like, 2, like, open slots. There's usually 3 or 4, on the Mount Rushmore of any period. We used to be Brady, Peyton, I'd say Drew Brees, Roethlisberger. I know Aaron Rodgers was in there, obviously. Wait, I didn't include Aaron Rodgers. I'm acting like he's retiring. So right now it's Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Russell Wilson. I don't know. It just feels like a weird year. Maybe because there's so many like new teams in there, and there's so many guys like playing right now that don't have rings. So it just feels odd. But it's kind of fucking cool. Like seeing the Bills and the Chiefs playing each other in the playoffs. I don't think I've ever fucking seen that. I don't know that that's happened since I've been watching football. Let me look that up. Because the Bills had a couple of okay years in the early 80s, as did the Chiefs, but they never amounted to playoffs. Maybe a wild card. Let's see here. Last time the Bills played the Chiefs in the playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs. That's my favorite part of it. You kidding me? Okay. Well, here's the last time the Bills and Chiefs played. The Bills lost 38-24. Bills versus Chiefs playoff history. There is a trend watching. This is just like cooking videos. Just give me the fucking answer. There is a trend there that bears watching in the next few weeks. Shut the fuck up. All right. The Chiefs won the 1966 AFL Championship game in Buffalo, which enabled them to play in the very first Super Bowl, where they lost to the dynastic Green Bay Packers of Vince Lombardi. Dynastic. I didn't know that was a word. There you go. They haven't played since 66 in the playoffs. Playoffs? Are you kidding me? I love you kidding me. That's Dangerfield. My mother-in-law. Oh, you kidding? Oh, you kidding? I love that. You kidding? Anyway, let's see here. What was I talking about? I was talking about the Bills Chiefs. Anyways, the 49ers. See, I'm just not feeling like they are 100% this solid unit. And of the teams that are left right now, when I'm watching this once again, the teams left are the Rams, the Bengals, the 49ers, and the winner of the Chiefs versus the Bills. I feel like the Rams have the best defense. Now, when I was a kid, right up until my mid-40s, defense won championships. But they have made so many fucking rule changes. Look at field goals. I'm living in the past with that. I'm still doing the old 23 skidoo when you guys moved on to the jitterbug there. Like, this whole fucking thing, like it's like field goals got me too'd. I literally just watched the Bills, drove right down the field, their first possession. Some real shit calls, I got to be honest with you. The fucking QB option. What are we playing, fucking high school football here? Ran that twice. So then it becomes 4th and goal. I'm like, all right, you kick it. Hey, you take the points. Get some fucking points on the board. They didn't. They went for it on 4th down. And I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. And they got it. Now There's a lot of sports fans who aren't good at math. So they go, well, there you go. That's why you go for it. But it's like, but if you don't get it, you know, you're leaving that 3 points out there. And that I still feel that fucking adds up over the game. You keep going for it, you know, and you make it 1 out of 3 times. So you get yourself 7 points, but you could have had 9. You know, I don't understand. I don't get it. Although I did pick an example where the math worked out in my favor. It starts adding up, but I don't know. The coach of the Bills said that he thinks that you should go for it. And last I checked, he coaches an NFL team, and I don't, despite what Twitter is saying. That is not me. This game's really settled down. I got a weird feeling. I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. I'll say this: if the Bills beat the fucking Chiefs, I like the Rams to win it all. I just think that front four is a fucking problem, and I don't care how good your quarterback is, including Josh Allen, that he can run and do all of that shit. Those guys are like, they're reminding me of those Giant teams that used to frustrate the Pats and cause Brady to be uncomfortable and move out of the pocket and all of that shit. We shall see. We shall see. I still love a field. I mean, let's say I'm sitting here talking about field goals. The field goals fucking won every goddamn game this weekend. What am I talking about? People seem to ignore all of that. You know, I guess that's when you kick a field goal right in the end. They're just gonna come out like fucking Mariano Rivera, just the end of the game to close it out. Like, who's the fucking Bengals field goal kicker? Guy was talking crazy shit. Before he comes out on the field, he goes, congratulations, we're all going to the AFC Championship game. And he goes out there and kicks a 52. Yada! I mean, that's what I'm fucking talking about. That's the shit. That's why, you know, when you're having your fantasies in your car and you're whispering shit, that's the shit you say. Yeah, I'll see you next week at the AFC Championship game. You know? And your wife goes, what did you say? Yeah, not that. I was just I was working on some material, and she looks at you, and you look back at her, and you try to smile, and she knows that there's something fucking wrong with you. She starts thinking, like, I really bred with this person. Like, my kids are half that. Some guy who has fantasies about kicking a game-winning field goal at 53 while driving down the street with everybody in the car on their way to get tacos. That's what I married. And that's when you just got to square up and look right at her and be like, yeah, that is what you married. And you got no one to blame but yourself. That's when you know you're an asshole and you don't have an argument left. Is when you say to your wife, hey, you knew who I was when you married me. That's one of my favorite fucking I guess do-overs, a mulligan, how I get out of shit. Hey, you knew who I was when you married me. Sweetheart, you knew I was a fucking asshole and difficult, like what, 3 months into the relationship? And they usually take the bait. Yeah, easily 3 months. All right, well, what are you still doing here? Did you ever think on some level maybe you wanted a little more of a difficult life? What is Gaha Field? I thought it was Arrowhead Stadium. GEHA. Advance social justice. Thank you, NFL. What do they have on the sidelines? Be nice to people? Wow, they're really going. I'll tell you, the NFL, they got some hot takes, don't they? Advance social justice. Yeah, as you don't fucking pay anybody that got a concussion. What'd you give them collectively? $40 each? You took them to Subway? Patrick Mahomes completes. I'll tell you that the fucking 8:32 to go in the second quarter. I got to be honest with you. The Super Bowl that I wanted to see the Buffalo Bills against the Tom Brady Buccaneers. That's the one that I wanted to see. I wanted to see the storybook ending for the Buffalo Bills where they beat Bill Belichick and then they beat Tom Brady. I wanted that. Or I wanted to see Tom Brady one more time impose his will on that city. Like, they should have a statue of Tom Brady in downtown Buffalo. They just should. They at least give him the key to the city. I mean, did any professional quarterback in the history of the NFL send more Buffalo locals over the Niagara Falls in a fucking whiskey barrel than Tom Brady? Oh, God, he just sidearmed the ball. Now we're going to have to fucking listen to that for the rest of the game. Did you just see what he did? I can't fucking believe it. It's unbelievable. It's like, did you not see Kent Tekulve when you were growing up? I got to admit, I don't see a lot of people do that. That is a nice ball. All right, I'll give it up for him. That was nice. I'll tell you right now, one of the key to the game. One of the key games right now is Tyreek Hill. If they can shut down Tyreek Hill and make them beat them with their Jesus, LSU. There you go. Edwards Hilaire, hello, whatever his name is. See what they're going to create a hole right there, and there's just nobody home. 49 came all the way up in. He needed to stay home. He didn't, and all of a sudden they're all the way down to the 19.5-yard line. Hyde with the nice, Jesus, the big whiff. What the fuck is that? When did people stop using their fucking arms when they tackle? I'm going to dive into you. This isn't a stunt. I'll tell you what I don't understand. Is you explained to me why the Green Bay Packers had some kid 6'4", 228 on the line trying to block a guy 6'4", 270. The poor kid was giving away 42 fucking pounds. You have Davey versus Goliath on your fucking special. Maybe that's why you have a problem on special teams. Did somebody get hurt? You needed some 300-pound fucking fatty who looked like he just got off a Harley. Big fucking square head, you know? With those cheeks that get pushed in when he fucking puts a helmet on to the point you can't even tell his nationality. Head just stuffed in there. Oh, look at that. It's hilarious. Look at the guy just ducking under and over. Tell you right now, this game is flying by. All right. I'm feeling the momentum shifting right now. These Buffalo Bills better do something. Because if they go down here and they score a fucking touchdown and go up 14-7, this is a team. They have a lot of veterans with a lot of playoff experience. You got to be thinking that they're going to start to settle in. Do the Buffalo Bills get a little more tighter here? I swear to God I could do that job if I didn't curse so much. It's no different than doing Fox News or CNN. You always introduce some fearful thought. You know, is Joe Biden handling Russia and fucking that other place the proper way? It's funny, I know the name, was it Kiev? I know the name of the capital. For some reason I'm blanking on the fucking the country. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the fucking news anymore. And I muted anybody who's talking fucking virus shit. I muted or unfollowed, and I just can't listen to it anymore. Anybody who says Biden's America or Trumpsters this or that, just done. It's fucking great. You know. Now all I have is workout videos, life coaches, and rappers yelling about shit. Oh, man, speaking of that, I saw this fucking guy. Holy shit. I saw this guy going off. I didn't even know one person he was talking about. Any black listeners out here, you gotta help me out. You gotta help a white guy out here. You don't have to, considering our history, but it would be nice if you could be the bigger person here. this fucking guy. I remember his first name. His first name was Charleston. And he was fucking going off on all these guys going like, the motherfuckers out here giving me shit. He fucked a child. That's how he opened. I was like, oh my God. Fucking 10 minutes just going off on people. Hang on a second. I'm going to find this for you. Let me put in the right thing here. All right, where are we going? Kansas City's offensive coordinator is adorable. He looks like he should be in some Christmas city, like welcoming you. He did. He looked like a fucking snowman. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. You know, Mahomes has a real dainty way of running. We stop. Look at the guy fucking point. Yeah, something happened down there. See, they always say Brady does that. He fucking does it too. He was falling down. Throw the flag over there. All right, sorry. Anyways, let me see something here. Okay. Charleston White. I think that's his name. I looked this guy up. That's the guy. Oh, my God. This fucking dude went off. Just came up on my fucking Instagram. He just... he was not holding back. Anyway. He said a lot of crazy shit, you know. I think, yeah, wait. I was kind of falling asleep. Oh, hey! Almost. I was starting to fall asleep. Yeah, he gets a little sideways at one point, you know, possibly anti-Semitic. I didn't really understand how he was saying it, but I do appreciate somebody just saying exactly what they're thinking and not giving a fuck. As opposed to public speaking, you know. It's kind of a weird thing. If you don't agree with somebody, if they're just really saying how they feel, you're like, wow, when was the last time I heard that? As opposed to people going like, well, you know, it was a difficult situation and, you know, we put our heads together. We tried to navigate the rough waters and not saying that we got it right, not saying we got it wrong. And we still have a journey ahead of us. And but we have an open door policy and we're going to listen and we're going to get this right. Now that right there, you could literally drop me into a presidential debate and not even tell me what the question was. And I could just say that and I would move on to the next round. Mr. President, what do you feel about the current situation over in that country whose capital is Kiev? This is disrespectful to them. I need to fucking know the name of the country. Why can't I remember it? I root for those guys. The Ukraine. I root for the Ukraine. They're on my fantasy team of countries. You know, certain countries you root for, other countries you don't root for, right? You know, you root for Ireland. You don't root for England, right? Because England's the cunts. You root for Scotland, even though they're part of Great Britain. You know, even though they should be their own country. You root for them. You don't root for England because they're the cunts, right? You root for Norway. You root for Finland. You don't root for Sweden because they're the cunts. I might be wrong. I might be wrong in this. All right? You root for Poland. You root for Hungary. You stay away from Germany and Austria because, I don't know, you don't know what the fuck they're going to do. Right? They're scary. Let me see who else. You root for Australia. Right? Because they're like discarded white people all the way down at the bottom of the world. Really just sort of cut off from everyone. Just down there with all those poisonous snakes and shit. I mean, how do you not root for them? Plus, they got a bunch of great sports. Australian rules football. Patrick Mahomes just underhanded the ball like he was throwing it to a toddler. I mean, that is unbelievable. That's literally a forward lateral. I don't know why they always fucking lose their shit when they do that. I tell you, they got a lot of looks down there, a lot of razzle dazzle. I'll tell you, you don't know where it's coming from. He lateraled the ball forward. Like, that's how I taught my daughter how to play catch. Well, gee, Bill, aren't you just the king of the gridiron, having not played past the third grade? Patrick Mahomes rolling out, stopping, throwing it out. Touchdown! Patrick Mahomes. Come on, Buffalo. Patrick Mahomes feeling it. Patrick Mahomes, undeniable greatness, as much as I tease him or whatever. You know I think the guy's great. I'm just making fun of you. Josh Allen, what happened? They just scored a touchdown? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm from Wyoming, I'm just a simple country boy. We just sit here, put our hat on. I'm not even cold. I'm just doing it because the team told me to, and I'm just here to do whatever the team tells me to do. Patrick Mahomes, falling to his left, throws to his right, touchdown. I could sit here and be an old, bald, freckle cunt. By the way, I'm loving their mascot doing the running man. That dude is amazing. Bit of a duck, but it got in there. All right, yeah. State Farm. Okay. So there you go, 14-7, people. I don't know why I'm announcing this like you don't already know what's happening. Look at everybody out in the desert watching the commercial here. I was just out there, wherever that is. I was in an area like that where people have side-by-sides and houseboats and shit like that. That part of America. The part of America that Hollywood makes fun of. Hollyweird makes fun of. All those people in the middle of nowhere that always call it Hollyweird, you got a lot of fucking balls. How about a thank you every once in a while for creating all of your content? Huh? Even those hunting and fishing shows where they got people on there that talk like the way that you do. Those are just actors. Okay? Most of them went to school at Berkeley in San Francisco, and they perfected your accent. You think you're looking at a good old boy. You're not. It's a California liberal. The second he's done killing that yak, he puts on a pair of rainbow flip-flops and goes and uses a gender-neutral bathroom. And that's a true story. Dude, how great is Brad Garrett in these fucking Jimmy John's commercials? He is so goddamn fucking funny. That guy is so fucking funny. He is so ridiculous that guy is not... All of these fucking great movies, where they have all these awesome characters, somebody's got to give that guy a fucking role in something. Brad Garrett in Jimmy John commercials is better than most movie stars in fucking movies. He should be in one of those Lock, Stock, and 4 Smoking Barrels things. Something like that. One of those cool movies. All right, let's get to the advertising here for this week. By the way. I've actually been playing a lot of drums here. And I've been listening to a lot of old jazz. Yaz. That's what's his face used to say on SNL. Listening to the Yaz. And I always just like bebop. I always liked that the best. That Bertha Cool stuff and hard bop, I just didn't get into it. I like bebop, and then I like, bebop came after, I guess, big band swing. And it was like, I was just reading, like, what makes... So I was talking to somebody, and he was kind of debating when bebop was, when it came out. And he was trying to say it came after the Bertha Cool. And I was like, I think it came before. So I was looking it up or whatever. So that came out in the 40s, and they were saying that it was up-tempo. You couldn't dance to it. And it sort of catered to, like, people soloing and that type of stuff. And then after that, but people didn't sell well because people couldn't dance to it. Then, like, Bertha Cool and hard bop, they slowed it down and they had more melodies that you could hum. And then in the 60s, I feel like jazz said, yeah, well, we don't give a fuck if you can't dance to this shit because we're bored and now we're going for it. So I love the 40s, bebop, and this Josh Allen putting it right where you the only place he could catch it. First down! down. Come on, Josh. I like both of these teams. I'm not rooting against Kansas City either. I just want to see a good fucking game here. I want to see an old school fucking shootout. Yeah, so I like the bebop, and then I like the fucking 1960s. Like, it's funny because you listen to those Miles ones when John Coltrane is in his quintet, that first one. I know, like, he totally woodshed it after that and really came up with his sound and everything, but, like, I just like the stuff that he did with Elvin Jones and all of those guys when he just had the quartet, when it was just him and, what was it, Elvin Jones and the other two guys. I fucking love that shit. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I've been trying to play drums to some of that stuff, and there's some really good albums out there, obviously, that I didn't know about. There's one of Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie at Massey Hall in Toronto, which I actually played one time. Bill, can we keep this about jazz and not your stupid shit joke career? Okay, fair enough. I was saying it more as a fan than I was excited. Don't try to defend yourself, Bill. We know what you're doing. You try to insert yourself into that. Look at this. They just keeps throwing to the same part of the fucking field. What's going on here? I'm just a country boy, and I'm gonna fucking... Oh, stop hate. Yeah, good idea, Josh. Good idea. What does Patrick Mahomes have? Increase hate? Stop hate. It's just got to be the stupidest, lamest... What is that doing? Stop hate. Oh, okay. All right, I'll get on that. You know? Or is it for people that hate other people? It's just like, you know, we got to be honest. I was going to keep hating. Then I was watching the Bills versus the Chiefs, and I saw it. It said, stop hate. And I figured if Josh Allen could put that helmet on and not have a problem with it, then maybe I should stop hating people. When did you stop being in the Klan? Second quarter of Bills versus the Chiefs. Interesting. Let's do some of the advertising here. Did I copy and paste it? Did I copy and paste it? Did I copy and paste it? Is this it? Okay. Grove. G-R-O-V-E. Look at fucking Josh Allen running like a young Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger meets Steve Young. He's got some wheels. Big fucking John Wayne looking dude. All right, Grove. Have some resolutions to be more sustainable. That's a sentence. Have some resolutions to be more sustainable? Question mark. Make it easy and start with eliminating single-use plastics. Oh, I like this. Grove Collaborative is here with reusable swaps to make a lasting impact at home for your family and the planet. A new year means a fresh start and a chance to change the way you care for the planet. Now is the perfect time to make your home healthier, happier, and more sustainable. Discover everything you need for a sustainable home at Grove Collaborative. Oh, man. I have an idea on how to... I'll tell you after this on an ad on how to save the planet by using plastic. A new year means new commitments to those we care about, family and planet included. Yeah, the number one important thing is not fucking up this world so we can live in it. If you've been wanting to make more sustainable choices for your home care, beauty, and more, start today with Grove Collaborative. Ready to make 2022 the best year yet for your family and the planet? Start a sustainable revolution at home with Grove Collaborative and shop over 150 brands that make a real impact. Go to grove.com, Grove.com. Touchdown Bills, baby! We got ourselves a shootout. Number 30. Oh, wow, he just sort of pushed the guy down. You can do that. You're an offensive player. Is that what happened, or did you trip over the other guy? No, they're not going to show us. They don't care. They don't care about cornerbacks. Cornerbacks are the redheads of the NFL. Nobody gives a shit. Go to grove.com/Burr today to get a free gift set worth up to $50 with your first order. Plus, shipping is free and fast. Get started right now. Grove.com, GROVE.com/Burr, BURR, Grove.com/Burr. How about the Buffalo Bills answering? Aaron Rodgers throwing axes, shaking off that playoff loss. All right, Headspace, everybody. Headspace. This is a friendly reminder that anything that costs you your mental health is too expensive. This year, it's time to invest in yourself and finally relieve your ongoing stress, anxiety, and sleeplessness. Learn how to easily improve your mental health and well-being with Headspace. We all say fine when we don't mean it. Fine isn't really an emotion, is it? No, but it's a way to get through a moment. You know, you don't feel like opening up. How you feeling? Fine? No, really, what's going on with you? Do you really want me to dump that on you? Or do you want to enjoy your lunch? I think I'm a candidate for Headspace here, people. How many times have you told yourself you're fine when all you've really felt is anger or sadness or nerves? Pretty much my entire conscious life, Headspace. Headspace is scientifically proven to help you manage your feelings and your mental health. In fact, a recent study proved in just 2 weeks, Headspace can reduce your stress by 14%. Whether you want to relieve stress and anxiety, sleep better, or improve your focus, Headspace is your everyday dose of mindfulness for real life. However you're feeling, try Headspace at headspace.com/Burr and get 1 month for free of their entire mindfulness library. This is the best Headspace offer available, so go to headspace.com/Burr today. Headspace.com/Burr. I got to do that. I got to do that for myself and the people I love. All right, so here's my idea on how to use plastic and help the environment. I'm sort of stealing from Grove, GROVE, where basically, you know, rather than having one-time use of plastic bags, you have 2 uses. You use it, right? You use it twice. You can't just use a plastic bag once. The new rule is you have to use it twice. So that immediately cuts down the amount that we're going to use by 50%. And here's how we send it through the roof. All right? If the plastic bag that you just used and you're now done using and you want to use it again, if it's big enough to put it over your head and suffocate yourself to death, you do that, right? So you'll never use plastic again, dropping the numbers. If it's too big to get it over your face, you then kill the nearest person you see with the small bag, just sort of, that you can overpower. There you go, just like that. You know, I think that we put a big dent in it. No, I'm only kidding. This is just a joke. Nobody kills somebody with a sandwich bag. Okay? All right, I think it's time. Now's the time to say goodbye to all our bada-boos. Bee, ba-ba-ba, do. We're going to do some of the reads here for the week. I'll tell you, that Tyreek Hill is got to be one of the most elusive. Look at what's his face, fucking disco dancing there. Sean just sitting there, keep the clock rolling here. Tyreek Hill, he doesn't run as much as he dances across the field. All right. If I was a dictator. Oh, I got some new ones for you guys. I got some new ones. I got some fucking new ones for you. I have some fucking ones for you. All right? If you do something douchey and somebody calls you out on it and you know that you did something douchey, but you still have the balls to act like you didn't fucking know that you did it, yeah, that's the death penalty. Kelsey, first down. He's got to start dancing. Come on, Kelsey, this is what you do. You just caught a pass for 4 yards. It's time to fucking start dancing. Let's get a shoe contract out of it. Is it me or the Kansas City Chiefs helmet's a little different red? Look at Josh Allen just sitting there, picking shit out of his teeth. He doesn't give a fuck. This guy is so fucking calm and collective. I'll tell you, he's eating buffalo wings on the way to the game. If I was a dictator, this is the new segment here, people. You get to run the world. Your fantasy running of the world. All right, if I was a dictator, dear Billy Boiled Dinner. I love that one. Dear Billy Boiled Dinner. If I was a dictator, I would immediately dismantle the Mormon church. Whoa! Wow! Going in. All Mormons will be placed in labor camps on American Indian reservations. All American Indians will inherit the money I steal from the Mormons, as I will not accept it. Look at you being the martyr. Look at you. You're like the Kevin Costner for this is like Dancing was with Wolves, except dancing with the dictator. Dancing with dictators. Take that to fucking Hollywood and sell it. It will also make me not look like a sociopath. There you go, a little self-deprecation. I like that. The sole reason for the Mormon discrimination is because I want their nuclear fallout vault located in Little Cottonwood, Utah. To get the vault, I must enslave an entire religion just as my forefathers did. Not sure exactly what I would do with the vault once I get it, as I do not know the layout. Please use your imagination. Cheers and go fuck yourself. I didn't know they had a fucking nuclear fallout. Now there's a religion thinking about their people. Wait a second. You know what? I'm taking the bait. I'm going to Google some pictures. Let's see the fake photos that come up. Where's the goddamn web? The interweb here. All right. Mormons, fallout, shelter. Was it Cottonwood? Cottonwood, Utah. I mean, you can't tell me they don't have an adorable place to get ice cream in Cottonwood, Utah. Welcome to Cottonwood. Would you like some ice cream that we just made outside? Yes, I would. Mormons Fallout Shelter. The Rosetta let's see, images. Images. The Mormons Vault. Oh, wow. I mean, those are pretty amazing. Granite Mountain Vault. They have pictures of them. Looks like a morgue to me. Bomb shelter business is booming. I don't understand why anybody would have a bomb shelter. Who wants to survive that? Yeah, no. By all means, if you're going to drop bombs, pick my house first. Thank you. I had a good time. I'm going to fucking sit there eating ration bread and all of that shit. I don't want to do that. War ration horse shit, eating fucking Spam. Listen to somebody muttering like Winston Churchill. We shall never surrender. Fight on the land, fight on the sea. All right, here's some ideas people have. Red Rock's title suggestion. Hey, Bill, just the thought of a title for your Red Rock special. A Ginger on the Rocks. Take it if you like it. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Dean Del Rey, right out of the gate, said Billy Red Rocks is what I should call it, which I loved. And my wife was like, don't call it that. Wait, did he just miss that field goal? Oh, Christ. I'm trying to be here for field goal kickers, and look what this guy does. Wide, I don't know, wide right? A lot of empty seats there in Arrowhead. Those big fat bastards just, that barbecue coming out of their ass by the second quarter. What the fuck's the Bills coach's name? Sean what? That guy runs as bad as I do. I can tell why you guys think he's me. Bills coach. It's Sean something or other. Sean McDermott. All right, I got it now. All right, art piece inspired by Bill Burr. Hey, Bill, you beautiful redheaded fuck. Oh, I love a compliment. Writing you for my best friend who is a super fan of yours. He listens to your podcast all the time and has found your humor to help him through some difficult times. He created an art piece inspired by you and called it Monday Morning. And he'd be tickled fucking silly if you had a look at the video he made for it. The link is below. Thanks for watching and sharing your sick humor with the world. It's desperate. It's needed desperately. Now I'm going to go fuck myself. Or you go fuck yourself. LOL. All right, well, let me watch the video. I was wondering what that was. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, that's the Mormon bomb shelter. Sean McDermott. Charleston White. Charleston. Ba-da, beep, ba, ba, boo, dee, dee. Okay, here we go. These out there fucking kids. All right. Where is it? MM content. Dun, 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 dun. Doo-doo. Okay, I'm going to watch this right now so this guy will be tickled pink. It's like 3 minutes long, buddy. All right.
There's no way you lose when you go after a dream. Nothing is worse than not going in.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to watch that later. God, I almost got my period listening to that. I'm going to listen to it. Don't worry. All right. Canadian dictator. Hey, a Canadian dictator. Now, that's an oxymoron. Unless you've been to Canada, you realize how evil those fucking people are up there. You know who I'm talking about. Canadian dictator. Hey, Billy Freckles. You wanted to hear a Canadian dictator's point of view? So I got one for you. First thing I do is increase the military budget many times over. No more flying your used shit from the Vietnam and Gulf Wars. We need our own fancy killing machines and lots of them. Plus, without the military backing me, I won't last. Now, here's somebody did some research. I like this guy. Or lady. Then it's time to shoot some corrupt politicians that have been taking bribes from big corporations and ignoring the needs of the people. I'd shoot them right in the House of Commons, live on TV, so people know that stealing from what stealing from the country gets you. Jesus. Next on the list is taking possessions of all the natural resources in mines. All the natural resources in mines and shit would be run by the country, and the profits would be returned to the country to make it a better place for the average Joe. Next, it's time to ban corporate and foreign ownership of a... Well, then you better kill a lot more fucking people than just the corrupt politicians. You got to kill those fucking guys running your oil companies. That'd be a fun... if you were a hitman, just like great locations, just a degree of difficulty going into those gated communities. And then the satisfaction of killing some fat corporate guy who's in like a white bathrobe, sitting there with his whore in a hot tub. I mean, it's fun. It's like you're in Scarface. Anyways, next is to ban corporate and foreign ownership of single family and detached homes and condos. I like that. Houses should be for living in, not to profit from. Maybe the government can use the extra natural resource money to make sure everyone who wants a house can get one built for free. It's not like Canada doesn't have enough fucking room. I would reward any citizen who can find efficiency improvements in any aspect of government. No more waste the money so we can have the same budget next year kind of bullshit. Then I dismantle the stock market because fuck it, why not? Your heart's in the right place. Hence, I don't think you'd make it till 3 in the afternoon. All fines will be replaced by community service because if the punishment for breaking the law is a fine, then it's only a law for the poor. The temporary foreign worker program, that's a good point. If it's a fine, it's only a law for the poor. Yeah, because what's the deterrent if you're a rich guy? The temporary foreign worker program would be abolished. The way employers treat those foreign workers is disgusting, and it's all to drive wages down and increase profits for the shareholders/owners. Now on to my idiotic rules. Left lane hogs would lose their right to drive. If you can't do something as simple as be in the proper lane at the right fucking time, then you can't drive. The "can I speak to your manager" haircut would be outlawed. Well, then how do you know one of those people is coming in? Anyway, I love how they socially distant after the fucking game interview, and then the second it's over, they like hug the reporter. The game, let's see, the haircut, what haircut I'm talking about. The short in the back, longer in the front, typical Karen haircut. Any scammers will be put to death. Anyone who abuses an animal, a child, or an elderly would suffer the exact same abuse unless it merits death, like child rape. Yeah, you should go to fucking right to the goddamn gas chamber for that. Then nearing the end of my life, I'd give the country back to the natives. Condolences for the loss of your friend, Bob and dog Cleo. Love you, Bill. Take care. Well, there's somebody who had their heart in her. He's doing everything for somebody else. That's what would make him suspicious to everybody in power. Wait a minute, this guy wants to do things for other people? Phil Sims got the bedhead big time this week. All right. If I were a dictator. All right, here we go. If I were a dictator. Hey, Billy Big Bucks. Yeah, sorry, not the best nickname, I know. I got thinking, what would a country be like if I were a dictator? Here are some rules I'd set off the top of my head. 1, get rid of the national banks. Only regional ones allowed. The big banks did some shady stuff back in 2008, ruined people's lives, and tanked the economy. Imagine the stuff we don't know they did. Companies or a single person won't be able to skirt around it by owning multiple regional banks. Too big to fail would be a thing of the past. Yeah, you got a lot of people you're going to have to whack right there, buddy. In a 5-year plan, phase out all plastic materials unless they are medically necessary for equipment in hospitals or doctor's offices. This is a huge reason why the pollution problem is so bad. Also bring back the concept of repairing appliances, yes, in your home rather than buying brand new ones when there's one minor thing wrong with it. Another huge culprit of the population problem. Yeah. It's cheaper to buy a new one. Get the government to regulate airlines and to bring back the railroad system. I remember a few years back, someone sent in an email to you explaining why the quality of the airline experience had deteriorated, and it's because the government deregulated the airlines, I think in the mid to late 70s. Got the hiccups now. Sorry. And as someone who's been packed in a plane and felt like a sardine, it would be great if I had a flying experience like I've read about in the Pan Am days. Well, you still had to be up front. Yeah, Pan Am first class to New York. You'd land and you'd get off the plane, get on a helicopter, and they would land on top of the Pan Am building, which is now the... Jesus Christ, I've been out of New York that long, I forget what it's called. It was the one right at the end of, was it Park Avenue? Madison Avenue? What the fuck is it called? I don't know. Yeah, they landed there one day. Somebody fucking rolled the helicopter and it went off the side and people died. But up until then, they flew you from JFK to the top of the Pan Am building. You got out and went into a fucking Ron Burgundy bar, and had drinks. And there was a car downstairs waiting for you to drive you to your hotel after you had a couple of pops and talked to some lovely ladies. Amazing. Can you imagine the fucking call girls hanging out at that place? And all you had to worry about was gonorrhea, and they had fucking penicillin. I mean, it was over. It was over. Then along came herpes. All right. Herpes in a helicopter fucking accident. That was the end of that. All right. Now I'd bring back the railroad. Then I'd bring back it would truly be a special occasion and get rid of the riffraff you see these days. Now I'd bring the railroads back as a genuine means of transportation as an alternative to flying, and it would lower air pollution. Think of how many unnecessary cars are out on the road, and it would create jobs. Here's something I don't understand is all the unnecessary traveling. I don't understand with all this Zoom technology. We all got business done during the pandemic. Why are there so many people going to the fucking airport? Hang on a second. Sorry. There's too many people being taken away from their families and having to fly when they don't need to, when they could easily just fucking get on a goddamn Zoom call. But I just don't think the cunts like it. They want you there. They want you to get on a plane and go there so they can sit there and look at you and try to read you. It's too much freedom. I mean, how do we know they're even wearing pants? They probably have a nice tasty snack right next to their computer. They're probably having fun. If you pronounce the candy Reese's Pieces as Racy's Pieces in my presence, it will be mandatory 1-month jail sentence. Why? To keep people on their toes. I don't want them getting too comfortable. You can celebrate Christmas and have donations out in December and only in December. None of this selling Christmas stuff in November. Give Thanksgiving room to breathe. And no Christmas lights still up and on in February. $1,000 fine every day. They are up starting on January 1st. Anyway, these are some of the rules off the top of my head. Thanks for an awesome podcast. And go fuck yourself. I love those rules. We got some dictators with a heart of gold here on this goddamn podcast. Listening to this podcast, I should say. Trying to think if I have one. I think I ran out of them. Mine's just all petty shit. The big thing, though, is I want somebody really cerebral, and I want you to tell me how you could be a dictator for the people, keep the rich people in the military at bay, and you can somehow stay in power. That is your mission, should you choose to accept it. All right? Okay, I'm going to watch the rest of this game, and I'm going to take a little NyQuil and sleep this shit off, and I think I'll be all right, and I'll be back in fucking action tomorrow. All right, that is it. That is the podcast, everybody. Congratulations to the NFL. Great weekend of football. It was as exciting as the weekend before was not. Congratulations to your San Francisco 49ers, to your Los Angeles Rams, to your Cincinnati Bengals, and the winner of the Bills, Kansas City. I got to admit, I think the Rams might do it. I think they have the fucking defense. They got the coach, and they got a nice QB there with Stafford. I don't know. That defense, I don't see anybody else who's got a defense like what they got. And defense, I still believe, wins championships. But then again, I also think you should kick a field goal in the first half. I don't know. I'm fucking nuts like that. All right, that's it. Okay. Second half's beginning. Go fuck yourselves, and I'll see you in a couple of days.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, December 4th, 2017. Yeah, there we go. I just realized I just gave Dean Del Rey a check, and I wrote December 5th on it. I thought tomorrow was December 5th. Well, it is by the time you hear this, but I did this Sunday night. Fuck. I gotta tell him not to deposit the check. Well, he can still deposit it, right? And then they don't fucking... Whatever. Dean Del Rey opened for me this weekend. Holy shit, we got the levels up too high here. They're too high. I can't hear myself thinking here. For God's sakes, could you just shut it down, please? Thank you. Dude, I'm fucking sitting there. Dude, I'm sitting there minding my own business in my house. My fucking house. Fuck you, bankers. It's mine now until I die, and then you get it back, don't you, you cunts? They just sit there waiting. If you ever pay off your house, look out your window. There'll be a banker sitting out there like a goddamn vulture waiting for you to fucking... Look at him eating bacon. I guess bacon's good for you now. I don't know what the fuck... I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I wonder what room I'm going to die in this house. You ever think about that? When you just get the house, like, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm staying here, right? And then you just, once you make that decision, you're like, well, then I'm going to fucking die in here. What room is it going to be? I think a lot of people die at breakfast nooks. You know, just sitting down, having some toast, reading the morning paper. That wouldn't be a bad way to go. Just go face down into like a fucking half piece of grapefruit. Honey, what room would you want to die in? You don't want to do it in the shower, right? That's fucking awful. Then you're all waterlogged. You know, bang your head on the fucking... A lot of people die in the shower. They slip and fall, you know? And they can't get up, right? And that's why they came out with that fucking, that thing there for all the old people. But what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of them fall in the fucking shower, and then they go to use their little I've fallen and I can't get up thing, and then they get electrocuted. I don't think that happens, but I would be worried about that. I'm trying to drag my old pruned ass out of the fucking tub. Oh, my God. That's got to be the worst. When you get so old, you're afraid to take a shower. You got to bring like a fucking lazy boy in there. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. That just fucking struck me as funny. You just got a giant you got a recliner in your shower. Somehow it's waterproof. I don't know. The fuck? Yeah, I love that flashlight that just came out that runs on water. I mean, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing in the Middle East? Jesus Christ, just put that in a fucking car. Stick 20 of those flashlights in the car. I'll drive slower. Let's just get out of there already, all right? The fuck we think we're doing? You know what fuck the Middle East is like? Middle East is like you're a civilian and you get in the middle of like a domestic violence fucking incident, and you try to break it up. And the second you go to break it up, the woman starts beating on you. Get off my abusive husband. That's what it's like over there. Just fucking get those water flashlights. This is what you do. You get those water flashlights and you put them into fucking scooters. Then everybody has to ride a scooter, whether you're fat or old or whatever. You got to ride one, and cars are illegal. All right? The amount of people wiping out and dying, right? Frees up the fucking traffic. We're not using much oil, and then they go bankrupt over there. How about that? There. Did I solve the Middle Eastern? I'm gonna do that every week. Every week I'm gonna have a new fucking solution for the Middle East. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Can you imagine just having a giant fucking recliner? And then you have like that little grabby thing, and you just turn on the fucking water. One of those grabby things, you pull the handle, and then you got like the fucking grocers. They always grab like a can of soup or some shit. What do you want? Beef or broccoli? Whatever. And they go up there and they fucking yank it down. I don't know. That doesn't happen anymore. There's no regular person running a fucking grocery store anymore, is there? Grocery stores are fucking weird, man. They're kind of like the food version of a casino. Like you just feel like there's somebody up in the ceiling watching you behind like a two-way mirror when you go in there. There's really nothing stopping. I remember one time I walked to this grocery store with Patrice, and we acted like fucking children. He got me going. Like, he was so fucking silly. I remember one time he just goes, we were going, and he was staying at my apartment for pilot season. Both of us creeps trying to get on must-see TV. Yeah, how do you think that worked out? So, we were in, like, Ralph's or some shit, and he just kept going, hey, Bill, you want some of these? And when he would go to point at it, he'd have his hand way too close to the bag, and it was like bread or something. He goes, Bill, you need some of this? And he would just push his finger into like fucking 3 slices of bread through the wrapper. And he just started doing that around the grocery store, and I was fucking crying laughing. He did it to cookies. He was doing it to fruit. And these giant fucking fingers. Hey, Bill, you want one of these? And he just like all the way through the fucking thing. And I'm immature as fuck, and it was just making me fucking cry, laugh, and he's a comedian, so he just kept doing it, and I was trying to do it. I couldn't even, my fingers weren't, I don't know. I was laughing too hard. I couldn't fucking do it as good as him. Anyways. Jesus, I hadn't thought about that for fucking ever. And I want to apologize. Maybe it wasn't Ralph's. Where the fuck were we? I always hated Ralph's. Just a fucking pain in the ass. The one that was down the street. I used to live off of Sunset, and there was a Ralph's. It used to be called Rock and Roll Ralph's. Everything was Rock and Roll Denny's, Rock and Roll Ralph's. That was back, like, leftover from the hair metal shit. The Rock and Roll Hyatt right next to fucking the Comedy Store. John Bonham used to ride motorcycles or some shit into the fucking thing. I don't know what. I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't even know where we were at. Jesus Christ, I haven't thought of that in forever. What the fuck was I talking about? I was talking about being an old man with a recliner and a goddamn shower. Whatever. That moment's come and gone. That's what happens on the podcast. I just fucking talk, and whatever happens, it happens. By the way, I would like to thank everybody that came out to Albuquerque, New Mexico. I had a great fucking time at Route 66 Casino. That's the second time I played there. I fucking loved that place. The crowd was awesome. And then last night I played in Tucson, Arizona. Another great time. Just fucking great people. Great parts of the country. Fun fucking crowds. And I got to tell you, I'm acting like a fucking idiot on stage. Like, I think it's my reaction to this this weird fog that is starting to roll in, slowly rolling in over the last 5 years on stand-up comedy, where all of a sudden I sit there on stage and sometimes I think after I say something like, did somebody record that? Am I going to get into trouble? I never thought that the first fucking 20 years of my career. In the last 5 years, it just keeps creeping into my head. And in order to beat it down, I don't know. I think I'm going a little harder. There's got to be some sort of pushback on this fucking vibe that's out there that everything is so goddamn serious now. Jesus fucking Christ. A couple guys want to be women. A couple guys take their dicks out at work, and then all of a sudden everybody's got to, how did he mean that joke? Is that a joke or is that legislation for a new law? Like this whole fucking vibe that's out there. It's really weird. And fucking young people are acting like old people, you know? And I think that's because they're on social media and all that shit, and they're just watching this stuff 24/7. It's like fucking, I don't know. It's fucking up their brains. I mean, come on, millennials. You got to do something you're supposed to make me uncomfortable. That isn't music. Christ, what are they doing, you know? I guess they have that new documentary, Meth Town, on fucking HBO. Dean Del Rey told me to watch that. I can't fucking watch that shit. I'm not going to watch a bunch of toothless fucking people. Those goddamn people, I swear to God, they look like they're from the 1800s. That's how bad they fuck their faces up with that meth shit. I'll tell you, once you lose your fucking teeth, you look like you're 80. I don't care how old you are. You could take one of those gorgeous Victoria's Secret models. If they don't have any fucking teeth and they didn't get a partial or a fucking implant or whatever the fuck you call them, dentures or some shit, if you just walk around toothless, you immediately look like Homer Simpson's fucking that guy that falls asleep. His dad? Is it his dad? Their grandfather, right? I don't know. Yeah, so I had that on. I was talking to someone on the phone, and Dean kept telling me, he goes, you got to see it, dude. You got to see it. And even Dean said, man, I fucking shut this thing off like 3 times. He goes, it's fucking brutal. So I just had the sound down, and I was watching all these toothless fucking people with these crazed looks on their faces. And I was on the phone, and at one point, I just saw somebody kicking dog shit, like piles of dog shit, different piles all around the house, like hoarding dog shit out of the way in this person's house with newspaper all over it and stuff. And that's when I turned the channel. I don't know about you guys, but I drew the line at the dog shit. There's a few things that make me turn the channel. Okay, drug addicts with dog shit in their house, and strong female characters make me turn the channel. And not because I have anything against a strong female character. It's just that they don't develop them. I think everybody in Hollywood is so afraid of getting yelled at by these women's groups that they just throw in these strong female characters, but they don't make a 3-dimensional character. They just have a woman yelling at guys and grabbing them by their fucking lapels of their suit and throwing them over couches and shit. It's like they took like leftover Steven Seagal shit and they're like, well, give it to the woman here. See, she's strong. All of a sudden, every fucking show, hey, fuck you with your dick and balls. Just like, who is this fucking person? This guy outweighs her by like a fucking 100 pounds. What am I watching? I watched that recently. Like, I'm not even going to say the fucking show, but I'm watching this guy. This guy's like 40 fucking years old. He's talking to a 19-year-old redneck woman who lives next to a fucking lake in the middle of Arkansas, and she's having a battle of wits with them, and she's winning. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. The fuck? What kind of a fucking 19-year-old can beat a fucking 50-year-old guy in a battle of wits? Unless they're talking about fucking Nintendo, whatever the fucking kids play. Nintendo, sorry, whatever you guys play. I'm not a gamer. All right? I used to be a booze hound. I'm still not drinking. The fuck is it? It's, what am I, 100 and something days in at this point. It's 105. Today's 3 days in. That's 108. Be 109 by the time you listen to this thing. But I got to tell you, I'm getting weak. Oh, the holidays are rolling in. I think I'll be good through December, but I'm going to the fucking Rose Bowl again this year. This is my 10th Rose Bowl. All right? It's the 10th anniversary for me and Joe Bartnick, the originals. The original fucking drunk maniacs at that game. And what's so fucking awesome now about the college football playoff is that every 3 years now, the Rose Bowl is a playoff game. Last time it was Florida State and Oregon, I believe. Jameson Winston and the guy from fucking the Tennessee Titans. I can't remember his name. Mariota. Is that the coach? I don't know what the fuck. The guy from Oregon. He's great, right? And this year, it's going to be the Oklahoma Sooners versus the fucking, who else got in? Let's see, it's Clemson versus Alabama, and then we got the fucking Oklahoma is playing who? Nobody in the Big Ten got in. TCU got their fucking asses kicked. And whenever I watch TCU, they win. Can't believe I fucking missed that. Who the fuck is Oklahoma playing? Wasn't Wisconsin. Clemson is Alabama. I got to hit pause here. This is going to... No, fuck that. You guys can listen how dumb I am. I know this. USC didn't get in. It's got to be a conference fucking champion. Miami lost to Clemson. Auburn didn't get in. Who the fuck is it? I got to hit pause. I don't know who the fuck it is. I'm an asshole. Georgia. I actually didn't look it up. I just sat there and I fucking started thinking, like, who the fuck else is in there? Miami, Central Florida, Florida State, South Carolina, Gators, Georgia. That's how I did it. Started down. I always start down in Miami and I fucking work my way up. Them Georgia Bulldogs. And I know there's a lot of people were upset. A lot of people were upset that it's such a flawed fucking system. I know Jay Lawhead was telling me that fucking Alabama didn't play anybody. He's like, they didn't fucking play anybody. And then I'm thinking, like, well, the Big Ten wasn't as fucking, you know, Wisconsin being undefeated is amazing until you fucking look at the, you know, the western side of the fucking Big Ten. Nebraska stinks. Illinois was pathetic. Indiana stinks. Minnesota stinks. Northwestern was decent. They were 7-2, but I mean, they won their last 7 games, but they played nobody. And I was sitting there going like, so I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? You know, it's like you guys lost to fucking Iowa. Iowa was halfway decent. Penn State was overrated. What the fuck are you talking about? So you know what I did? I actually listened to Jay Lawhead. And I looked up the fucking Alabama Crimson Tide's fucking schedule. And I got to tell you, I think I could have got them 5 fucking wins. Jay Lawhead, I owe an apology to. This is who they played. Florida State, who stinks. Then they played Colorado State. I don't even know what those fucking people should be selling insurance out there. Get rid of that football team. Mississippi, they stink. This year, Arkansas stunk this year. LSU, you know, they came on late, but they stink. I love them. Mercer, is that a women's college? I don't even know who the fuck that is. Fresno State, I went to that game. Fresno State, you know, I'd say they stink, but I've watched too many of those behind-the-scenes things about Fresno. Kept up the cap, yes. I'm not going to say shit about Fresno. I'm just saying, you know, they could have been a little better. Vanderbilt, they're too fucking smart to be good. Texas A&M, they stunk. Tennessee fucking stinks. Mississippi State was decent. Then they played Auburn, who was a good fucking team. And they lost. However, they did beat the shit out of people. They won 24-7, 41-23, 66-3, 41-9. They did beat the fuck out of people. 56-0 against the women's college. 41-10, 59-0 against Vanderbilt. No, they played a bunch of fucking architects. Nate Bargatze was starting at fucking punter. 27-19 against Texas A&M, 45-7. Hey, by the way, all those students that fucked that guy out of that fucking head coaching job at Tennessee, were those signs that they wrote, was that true? You know, because they really fucking, I don't know, man. I hope they did some research. This whole fucking trial by internet, I'll have to look that up, man, because that was like fucking, some of the shit that people wrote on signs. He was at Penn State, I don't know, during the whole time or part of the time when that Sandusky guy was there. But it's just like, you know, I don't understand this. I love how like one guy does some shit, and then all of a sudden like the most horrific fucking thing you could do, basically. And then all of a sudden, everybody fucking knew and nobody said anything. Everybody. I'm not saying there weren't a few people like, oh, Jesus, we got to fucking protect the university. But just anybody who was there is automatically fucking guilty. Some of these fucking kids, man, this whole trial by fucking social media is a little out of control there. But anyways, I'm going off the rails here. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the fuck happens. I know Jay was upset that Ohio State didn't get in. You got to tell you, Ohio State had a tougher schedule than fucking Alabama. Easily had a tougher fucking schedule. But what about Auburn? What about Auburn, man? They beat Georgia when they were number one. Then they beat Alabama. They beat two fucking number ones. Then they had to go back and beat fucking Georgia again. They couldn't do it. You know what happened with that? The fucking Auburn's coach opened his big fat fucking mouth. We kicked the dog crap out of them, didn't we? We done kicked the dog crap out of them, didn't we? You know what I mean? I hope every fucking person who's in sports journalism, I hope they watch that. They see that fucking clip, and then you see the fucking Georgia Bulldogs showing up the next game with flames coming out of their fucking nostrils. You know, the next time you're going to sit there and trash Bill Belichick and say he's quote-unquote so boring in his press conferences, that's because the man is a genius. Bill Belichick is never going to be like, we kicked the dog crap out of them, didn't we? Hey, wait, we done kicked the fucking dog crap out of them. Why the fuck would you say that? You know who says that? The kind of guy who wears a fucking golfing hat when he's coaching a football team. What a dumb fucking thing. That is the stupidest fucking thing you can do. Remember when the fucking Cowboys were fucking kicking the shit out of the Steelers in like Super Bowl 9 or 10, I don't know, about 40 years ago? You ever look at those highlights? And fucking Roy Jarella missed that field goal, and stupid-ass Cliff Harris got in his face, patted him on the fucking helmet, and then Lambert came over and just body slammed Cliff Harris back when you could do that and there wasn't a fucking, you know, a bunch of fines and you had to go fucking sing a cappella to some fucking woman's group, whatever the fucking punishment is now, right? You could do that. That turned the tide of the game. Keep your fucking mouth shut until you're holding the championship trophy. And then you don't need to talk shit because you won it, you fucking, we done kicked the dog crap out of them. And what happens? You play them a few weeks later, you get the old right there, Fred, don't you? So anyways, there was a lot of, I was 100% wrong. I thought Jay Lawhead was just being a fucking homer. He was absolutely fucking right. Alabama didn't play anybody, but they scored a lot of fucking points. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Now, if Alabama goes in and wins the whole fucking thing, then what does that do? I actually like how vague this is and how many arguments that it creates. Just the whole fuck, you know, and at the end of the day, you can't open this up to some giant fucking March Madness. The game is just simply too fucking violent. I love that it's 4 teams, and I love that people get left out. You know, the same way I love seeing a little kid crying because his mother wouldn't get him the toy that he wanted. That just warms my heart whenever I see that. I hate seeing little spoiled brats. It's like, yeah, fuck you. I gave you Cheerios this morning, didn't you? Didn't I? You know, meanwhile, I'm going to spoil the shit out of my daughter. I'm all over the map here. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So that's what I did all day on Friday and Saturday. I just watched fucking college football, other than when I was traveling, going out to, the fuck did I fly out to? Albuquerque, New Mexico. And you know what's funny? It was a 6-hour drive from Albuquerque to Tucson. I should have done that. I wasn't paying attention. I actually flew down, and rather than getting a direct flight, I had to connect through Phoenix. So it was the fight. I could have flown from L.A. to the goddamn Columbus, Ohio. You know? And speaking of Buckeyes, right? And that the amount of time that took me. And the fucking person who flew us from Phoenix, from Albuquerque to Phoenix, okay? We're taxiing out to get to the... I don't know, on our way out to the runway, right? And the guy bangs a left and then quickly goes back to the right. And I was just like, whoa, what the fuck? And I was like, well, maybe it was the tower. Maybe they said make a left on Bravo. Oh, no, I mean right. Sorry, right. Correction. Go right on Bravo, right? So I got this app where I can listen to the tower, so I put it on to try and listen to see if I could hear anything, which I couldn't. So we take off. Flight's great, flying, everything's fine, no fucking problems. We come in, landing was nice and everything. And then we're going in, we're taxiing in, we go in to get into the, where you park the plane, whatever the fuck you call that, the gate. And this fucking guy, he literally did a donut. He did a 360 with the airplane. He once again went left when he was supposed to go right, and we fucking did an entire maybe not an entire 360. I think he just missed the gate. I think he just drove by it. And then he couldn't go right into it because he would have hit the other plane, so he had to, because it was on the right-hand side, he had to bang the left, and we literally, he did like a fucking donut. And everybody's in the plane like, what the fuck are we doing? Guy had a bad day. He or she, whoever the fuck was up front. It was hilarious. Everybody was getting off the plane like, dude, what the fuck was that? The hell just happened there? Hey, you know what happens? You drive down the street, sometimes you miss the Home Depot, you're like, fuck, I got to go back around again. I don't feel like doing it legally, and you just fucking bang a Yui, right? Well, the same thing happens in aviation, evidently. Ever-fucking-dently, the same thing happens. Jesus, what the fuck is going on in Kansas City, by the way? They lost to the New York Jets. Jets are decent. Good Lord. This is why, coaching in the NFL has got to be a bitch. Can you imagine Andy Reid after September starts the year? They fucking beat the dog. We beat the dog crap out of them fucking Patriots, right? Not really. They just dominated the fourth quarter and ran away with it at that point, right? Everybody's all excited. Holy shit. And all of a sudden, Tom Brady's fucking old. And the fucking water goes down the drain the different way. Black is white, white is black. You don't know what the fuck's going on. All the way through September. I bet he started to build an addition onto his fucking house. Getting ready to put that fucking trophy in there. And after these last 2 fucking months, the last 8 goddamn weeks, I would say that they've stopped the construction. He probably has a tarp over the top of it. I like Andy Reid. I hope they turn it around. I haven't been able to watch the game, but Jesus fucking Christ, they can't get a goddamn win. They cannot get a fucking win. So, I actually watched a bunch of football today, too, when I landed. I watched the Patriots versus the Bills. I thought that was going to be a lot closer game. I thought Tyrod Taylor was going to give us headaches, all right? Tyrod Taylor, I like that guy, but I'll tell you right now, he is no Russell Wilson. And after watching the fucking Seattle Seahawks tonight, I'm going to go out on a limb. I think I could block for Russell Wilson. I could just have a guy in about 8 seconds run around me and then just watch him fucking be like this modern-day Fran Tarkenton. That guy is fucking unbelievable. I don't even know how good Seattle's offensive line is. I don't even know if they're decent. All I know is at the end of every game, they should be fucking making it rain at Russell Wilson's locker. Because they're all going to get a big contract, because I guarantee you, he probably got sacked I don't know what, 3 times, 4 times less than he should have. The fucking Eagles were in the backfield. It was like every time he went back for the pass, the guy had to run like an extra 40 yards until somebody got open. They got him I felt like they got him maybe 2 or 3 times that game. Maybe. But Jesus Christ, is that guy fun to watch. And Seattle look they look really strong, man. I was actually kind of like rooting for the Eagles because, I don't know what the Patriots are going to do. You never know when you're playing the AFC East. That's our fucking schedule's like the Alabama Crimson Tide. Dolphins stink, Bills stink, the Jets stink. This year they're all fucking average. You know what I mean? There's literally 6 wins right there. So I really don't know how good we are. But that was a huge game tonight. This really feels like a sports podcast. Huh? I did start off talking about fucking old people and lazy boys, right? Didn't I? And I also believe I solved the Middle Eastern crisis. I just watched a ton of fucking football. And, well, at this point, you got to be into football if you're still listening. So I'm not going to apologize. I should apologize like fucking 10 minutes ago. But, I don't know. know. Their defense looked fucking great. Richard Sherman isn't even in there. Can I ask you guys a fucking question about the Achilles tendon? Why do you rupture your Achilles tendon, but you tear your ACL? Why is that? Why don't you rupture your ACL and tear your fucking Achilles tendon? Why is that? Is it because your Achilles tendon goes up your back of your leg like a fucking window shade? Is that what it is? You know what? I'm actually going to look that up. I'm going to look that up. I'm going to put this fucking urban myth. Is it an urban myth, Bill? No, it's not. It's a, I don't know. It's a fucking question I have. Why do you rupture? Oh, that's not going to come out right. Your Achilles. Okay, wait, no, because it'll be like, because you fucking didn't stretch. That's the wrong way to search. How about rupture versus tear Achilles? All right, let's see what we got here. What do we got here? Achilles tendon rupture is an injury that affects the back of your lower leg. Oh, is that where it is? Jesus Christ. All right. It mainly occurs in people playing recreational sports. That means white guys playing pickup hoop. Every fucking white dude I know over the age of 40, 35, 40, who still plays hoops, every one of them gets the Kobe injury. But it can happen to anyone. That's why before you get out of bed, if you're a fucking old person, especially an old white guy, all right? I don't know the many black guys other than fucking Richard Sherman and Kobe Bryant. Like superstar black guys do it, right? But average white people just all the fucking time. I'm just making up shit here. Before you get out of bed in the morning, I'm telling you, if you run a little tight, okay? I'm telling you, I've said this before. You fucking take your toes, point them at your knees slowly, all right? And if you get a fucking Charlie horse in your fucking calves, immediately point your toes in the other direction and it will release, okay? But if you don't, just point your fucking. Do it right now at your desk. What the fuck are you? You're not doing shit, right? Well, you're sitting down, right? Don't do it. Wait till you're fucking laying down. Don't listen to me, but I'm still going to talk here, right? Point your toes at your knees, at your kneecaps. That's all you do. And you just do that for a good, 15, 20 seconds, right? Then you point them in the other direction, at the fucking wall or whatever in front of you. All right? Your dog that's laying on the end of your bed. Okay? Then once you do that for 15 seconds, then you roll your fucking feet clockwise a couple times, then counterclockwise, then you get out of bed. Don't just lay there for fucking 8 hours sleeping with your goddamn apnea and then just pop out of bed and take that first step because you're gonna be fucked. Plantar fasciitis, all that bullshit. All right, let's continue. The Achilles tendon is a strong fibrous cord that connects the muscles in the back of your calf to your heel bone. If you overstretch your Achilles tendon, it can tear. Fuck. Wait a minute. I thought it was because you didn't tear/rupture completely or just partially. If your Achilles tendon ruptures, you might hear a pop followed by an immediate bitch-like scream that appears to come from your mouth area. Now, followed by an immediate sharp pain in the back of your ankle and lower leg that is likely to affect your ability to walk properly. Surgery is often performed to repair the rupture. For many people, however, non-surgical treatment works just as well. This is not answering my fucking question. Why do they say rupture for Achilles? I can't believe I know how to spell Achilles. That's how big a fucking Zeppelin fan I am. I spelled it wrong. Achilles tendon injury, rupture surgery. What to do if you tear? You know what? I don't even give a fuck anymore. Somebody's got to be a goddamn doctor or a first responder who could fucking tell me what it means. All right, let me read a little advertising here for the week. Oh, Zip Recruiter, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's old Zip Recruiter. With Zip Recruiter, you could post your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards with just one click, so you can rest easy knowing your job is being seen by the right candidates. Then old Zip puts its smart matching technology to work, actively notifying qualified candidates about your job within minutes of posting so you can receive the best possible matches. No wonder 80% of employees who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day. Even pimps advertise on this. And the easy-to-use Zip dashboard lets you manage your hiring process from start to finish, all in one place. Zip. Yeah. The smartest way to hire. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by growing businesses of all sizes and industries to find out the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, my listeners can post on old Zip for free. That's right. Free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. One more time for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. All right. Oh, look who's here, everybody. MeUndies. What's going on in Kansas City? MeUndies. Andy Reid's got sweaty titties. He shouldn't have put that shit on the side of his house. He's going to get fired, and they'll hire a fucking louse, because that's what Kansas City does. They torture their fans. What the fuck happened to these Super Bowl dreams? MeUndies, anyway, everybody. Let me tell you about MeUndies. It's the only underwear that makes for an amazing gift. Soft, flexible waistband, 3 times softer than cotton. Naturally sustainable sourced fiber. MeUndies made underwear the perfect gift that everyone is going to love for you. It's a goddamn holiday miracle, you fucking bastard. This year, don't give underwear. Give MeUndies. This holiday season, it's the holiday season. You want soft shit up against your nuts, not literally fecal matter. I can't fucking sing. This holiday season, to get your exclusive 20% off the softest underwear and socks you will ever wear, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction to guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Burr. That's MeUndies.com/Burr. How many fucking more do we got here? Dollar Shave Club, everybody. If you want to shave your balls or just look like you have shaved balls, just use Dollar Shave Club. Just like their razors, everything is super high quality and will have you looking and feeling amazing. Shave your nuts, get some fucking MeUndies, and then fucking find somebody to lick your balls on ZipRecruiter. You like how I'm tying it all together? And then when you go to court, mail something through stamp.com. From premium ingredients to sophisticated scents, Dollar Shave Club is changing the game. If you're sick of the nonsense at the store, now's the time to try out Dollar Shave Club. For a limited time, Dollar Shave Club is basically giving away their shit, shower, shave starter set to new members for only $5. This starter set features their executive razor and 3 trial size versions of their most popular products that help you stay fresh and clean. In your first box, you will receive their shave butter, body wash, and 1 wipe Charlie's butt wipes. Speaking of Charlie, I watched Ken Burns, the end of his fucking thing on the Vietnam War. It's incredible. But anyways, you will also receive their executive razor, which includes their premium weighty handle and full cassette of cartridges. And the first box replacement cartridges are sent for only a few bucks a month. This offer is exclusively available at dollarshaveclub.com/Burr. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Burr. And if you want a great gift, give them Dollar Shave Club. I just said this shit. They've got super simple gift memberships and e-gift cards. Dollar Shave Club's high-quality products will have you covered from face cheeks to butt cheeks. There's no better time to try the club. You know what's cool is in that Ken Burns the War, they had a North Vietnamese soldier. I swear to God, his first name was Boo. And he wrote a book about his experiences, and I got to read that fucking thing. It's always great to hear what the other side was thinking, you know what I mean? It humanizes them. When they're fucking scared, they miss their family, you know what I mean? That never works in sports. You go to somebody else's stadium, you're still like, I don't like these fucking cunts. All right, 38 fucking minutes in here. Did I talk about everything I wanted to talk about? Did I? Oh, you know what? I ordered this old modern drummer because it was right around the time John Bonham died, and they had this little John Bonham retrospective. I thought they were going to be a little more shocked that he was gone. They just kind of said, he's one of the great drummers of all time, and he has all his beats and all that shit, It's really cool one. Like, what's his face is on the cover. Let me see who's on the. I don't even know who's on the cover. It's so long ago. It's 1981. Hang on a second as I walk across the room to try and find it. It's oh shit! It's Peter Criss. Peter Criss, and he's sitting. I swear to God, he is playing a pearl drum kit with concert toms. For you novices out there, that means there's no bottom heads. If you ever watch Phil Collins, that's what he had, right? And or still has. He has a kick and a snare, and then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rack toms and 2 floor toms. So he has an 11-piece kit to play. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. 4 hours later, crash. That's what I like about these old that fucking kit is the shit. And then they got, like, back then they had all of these they got these fucking drum kits. Do you guys remember when they'd have on the bass drum, they'd have they'd mount 2 toms and then they'd have a third one there? When I opened this up, Ludwig, they've always had the inside front cover. This guy from RDO Speedwagon, Alan Gratzer, he has 4 fucking toms. How the fuck could you even reach those ones up top? Unbelievable. Anyways, I love looking at this shit. You look at, like, the bass drum pedals that they had. This was like the 80s. This was like 15 years after John Bonham did Good Times, Bad Times. So I can't, I know he was like the Ludwig Speed King. Look at Peter Criss's kit. Fucking British Racing green. He looks good, man. He looks good without the makeup back in 1981. Anyways, I don't know. I'm into that old shit. Sorry, I don't know why the fuck I brought that up. I just wanted to bore you guys to tears. All right, 41 minutes in. I can start reading it. God knows the way I fucking read. Does anybody know how you remember your iCloud password or your Instagram password? I just once I lose them, and then I can't, it's like I can't get into my own house. All right, girlfriend's friend's boyfriend demands an apology. Girlfriend's friend's boyfriend. All right, so you have a girlfriend who has a friend who has a boyfriend, and they want an apology from you. Dear Burbank, bad boy, brain, Red Burr, whatever the fuck that means. Bill Burbank, that's going to be my fucking alias. I've got an interesting one for you. A little bit of context. I am 24 and 2 years out of school. I live with my girlfriend of almost 5 years. Roughly 2 years ago, on a sorority trip with my girlfriend, her friend, and her friend's boyfriend, I gave the girl one of those awkward side hugs after she went out for a beer run. No sexual intent whatsoever, just to thank you. Evidently, the boyfriend felt otherwise and flew into a rage shortly thereafter, insulting the girl and my girlfriend. I didn't learn about this until well after, and since I have no relationship with the guy, was content to let it be. Now, wait a minute. Did the guy see the side hug? All right. Wait, what the fuck happened? I gave the girl of one of those awkward side hugs after she went out for a beer run. No sexual intent. Whatever, just to thank you. Evidently, the boyfriend felt otherwise and flew into a rage shortly after. I guess he waited till you leave. Well, this guy's a pussy then. What are you worried about? If he was fucking there, would she call him up? He fucking touched this opposite side shoulder of mine. All right, flash forward 2 years later, the two of them have just gotten engaged. My girlfriend will be a bridesmaid and learn from the other girl I will not be invited to the wedding unless I apologize to the boyfriend. Now go fuck yourself. Fuck this fucking pussy. Why doesn't he call you up? You can't go to my wedding unless you apologize to me. Why is this woman marrying this guy? 2 years later, he's still mad about a side hug? Jesus Christ, how possessive is this fucking maniac? I feel bad for the woman that's marrying this lunatic. All right, for inappropriately touching his girl. Well, dude, by the way, I'm just hearing your side of the story. You know, did you do one of those awkward side hugs and then as your hand came off her shoulder, it accidentally went across her ass? If it was just an awkward side hug, I say fuck this guy. Out of respect for my girlfriend, I'm tempted to apologize, but since an apology is a admission of guilt and I didn't do anything wrong, my pride is holding me back. You know what? Because you just said that, I actually believe in you. I actually believe you. I'm surprised that he's been too cowardly to approach me and is having to work through two people to get what he wants. What would you do? You know what I would do? I would go fucking find out what sports is playing in that area. Tell my girlfriend to have a good time at the fucking wedding. Love the podcast. Love the stand-up. Thanks. This is what I would say. I would just say, I did nothing wrong, so I'm not apologizing. And tell that groom-to-be, congratulations on getting married, and at some point he might want to grow a dick if he wants to be the man of the house. Or get some fucking balls. Dude, fuck that guy. I would go to a fucking tractor pull before I would go to that fucking wedding. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, it'd be fucking hilarious. Go to the wedding anyways, and then after they fucking exchange their goddamn vows, go up and give her a side hug. Yeah, dude, fuck that. Fuck that. I don't see in your letter that there's any pressure from your now girlfriend. You know. However, if you don't go, she might be, well, what the fuck? They've been going out less than us and they're getting married. Where the fuck's my ring? You might have to go down that road. But I got to tell you, this might be a twofer. You've been dating this woman for 5 fucking years. You're not giving her a ring. So what the fuck? I say you dump your current girlfriend and tell that guy to go fuck himself. And, I dump everybody in this fucking story. Sorry, I'm a little grumpy. Don't listen to me. But I definitely wouldn't apologize to that guy, and I wouldn't go to the wedding. I mean, you're a guy. Who the fuck wants to go to a wedding? This is great. You got an out. All right, and just stay with that. I just can't do it because I feel it's an admission of guilt. And during this sensitive time, this climate, I'm worried that this, if I say I'm sorry, that then this will somehow go into my Instagram, which is tied to my Facebook and over to my Twitter, and I might not get a job. Just call that fucking room. Or you could just be a man and just say, I'm not apologizing to that guy. Fuck him. All right? And then your fucking girlfriend, you're not going to your wedding with me? I would love to go, but I'm not going under those circumstances. And I'll tell you right now, if you didn't do shit and the fucking bride wanted you to apologize and you didn't want to, I would back you. So I'm not going. If you want to go, you can go. If you're not going, get over here and blow me and let's go to the game. There you go. That's what you say. All right, boyfriend rides motocross. Dear Bill, I love all your work and your comedy. Thank you. You're so inspired. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, where I'd like your input. Here we go. I'm seriously dating someone who loves to ride and race motocross. That's fucking awesome. I bet this isn't the same woman from the last one. I bet this isn't the guy that's getting married. The motocross guy. This guy's fucking cool. This guy doesn't like a fucking side hug. He's just going to fucking punch you in the face with his motorcycle gloves still on, right? We've been together for over a year, so I'm starting to think about marriage and a family with this person because we're both 25. Well, that makes sense. He's awesome in every way, and the person I know I want to be with forever. Well, there you go. But he loves to ride and race motocross. It's not on the professional level. It's a hobby. Oh, sweetheart. You going to do this? You going to take away his fucking hobby? We had a talk recently where I asked him how long he wants to keep riding, and he said forever. I know someone who has 2 children whose husband had an accident riding a dirt bike. He's paralyzed and doesn't remember who his kids are. Well, Jesus Christ, there's people who get in cars. I mean, come on, man. What are you doing? Come on. I'll tell you right now, if this guy who you want to marry, if you want to make him fucking miserable. After explaining this to my boyfriend, he said, if something's going to happen to me, it will, whether I'm riding motocross or not. I'm not going to change what I love doing because of fear of what could happen. I got to tell you this. I understand why you love this guy. I'm starting to develop feelings for this guy. He's holding his ground. He's riding motorcycles. I mean, you're dating the fucking Marlboro Man here. I think that's a selfish response when it involves your children. I hate to try and, well, you don't have any kids yet, all right? You said, I hate to try to convince him to stop something he loves doing so much, but I can't imagine being with someone who participates in an extreme sport as a hobby when I have children with him. Is it wrong of me to ask him to promise to stop when we have kids, or am I being controlling? Well, first of all, the fact that you asked that, you're a cool person, all right? If you're actually questioning your behavior. This is the thing. I think you're a little further ahead emotionally in this relationship than when he's at, where most women are. All right? And this is the thing. When you become a dad, you do change. All right? So that rather than fucking nag him about this shit, just let the guy ride. And if you get married, okay, I'm telling you right now, when you get married and you have a fucking kid, this guy is going to be so fucking sleep deprived and so goddamn tired, he's not going to have time to ride, okay, though, as much as he used to, which will then make it safer because he's not riding as much. But I think there's a big thing. You can't, when you love somebody, you have to let them do what they love, unless it's heroin, okay? Or being a pedophile. Obvious fucking things, all right? But if my wife, all of a sudden wanted to be one of those roller derby queens, as much as it would fucking destroy me watching her taking those bumps as they're elbowing them, as they're skating around, if she really loved doing it, I wouldn't tell her not to fucking do it. I really would be worried about concussions and shit like that. I would be. I'm not going to lie to you, but you got to let people do what they do. It sounds like you got a really cool guy that you're dating, by the way. So congratulations. And I think you're going to be a great mom because you're doing what a mom does. A mom's already looking way into the future, trying to figure out where the danger is and try to eliminate it. All right? So I think you're both lucky to have each other. Just fucking relax. Get yourself a goddamn glass of wine. Let the guy ride his bike. You guys get married someday. I'm telling you, when you get fucking knocked up and all of a sudden he's got to go to 7-Eleven, because you want beef jerky and a fucking, I don't know, and some goddamn ice cream, whatever your craving is. Believe me, I have had to make adjustments in my life. I think you'll be fine, but you definitely really, they always say a good man's hard to find. A good woman is also hard to find. And the fact that you're cool enough to actually be considering, am I being a douche here? I think you guys are going to be all right. All right, there you go. All right, neighbor invasion. Dear Billy Mango Tits. I don't know what that means. It's bizarre, and I like it. All right. I am an older lady who just moved into a sweet cottage in the boondocks last month. All right. I met my next-door neighbor before I moved in, and I liked her instantly, as she seemed warm and funny. As it turned out, she's a Kramer. In the first week, she came knocking on my door numerous times for social calls. Oh, no. And she will stay for long periods of time, even if I tell her I'm busy. And she won't sit down, so I feel like a captive audience to her monologues. I'm a solitary person, and I don't like people coming over unannounced unless it's an emergency. This ain't Little House. Little House on the Prairie. I have told her firmly on numerous occasions to fucking stop it. Oh, good for you. You're a strong person. I like it. And that I would appreciate her emailing me and waiting for a response or leaving a note if she wants to hang out. I'm not sure how much more clear I can be that I am uncomfortable with the situation, especially when I see her face in my kitchen window at night waving me down. It scares the shit out of me. Yeah, that made me uncomfortable. She's even knocked on my bathroom window when I didn't answer the door. I don't wish to be mean. Oh, no, you got to be mean. You have to be mean. Since I live next to her, I know she's lonely, and well, yeah, because she's a fucking lunatic. What kind of? Can you? Look what she's doing to you, and you don't even live with her. Can you imagine living with this woman? It should be like that thing in Alien that's on those fucking people's faces. I know she is lonely, and I'd like to be friends with her, but she just no comprendo. Love your podcast and advice, and thanks, you ginger moose knuckle, for not being a sex offender, because all my heroes are going down. Well, it's still early in this game. Someone could accuse me of something. God knows it doesn't matter what the fuck. I mean, I don't know. Nobody really innocent. Nobody who seemed innocent has fucking seemed to have been called out yet. There's a couple people who've been like, I've never met that woman in my life, and then it fucking goes away. So I think it's all right, right? It still makes you nervous as a guy going, Jesus Christ. This whole trial by social media is kind of scary over there. All right, let's stay with the topic here. I don't know what I would just be. Look, I can't tell you what to do. All I can tell you is what I would do. All right, I would do what you already did. And all right, you want to know what I would do? When she knocks on the door, I'd be like, "Get out of here! Fuck off!" I would do that. And when she knocked on my window and scared the shit out of me, I'd be like, "Dude, are you out of your fucking mind? You're scaring the shit out of me. I want to be friends with you, but you suffocate me, you asshole. All right? Do you want to be friends with me? Yes or no? Yes, great. Then stop being a fucking jerk off. Stop knocking on my fucking door and my window. Stop crying. All right. Come on in. Come in. I'm sorry. Let me make you some lemonade." She's one of those people. I don't know. I don't know what I would. I get a BB gun and maybe shoot her in the fucking knee as she comes over. Maybe she'll think it's a beehive or some shit. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what the fuck I would do. If you've actually told her that, she sounds like a crazy person. Why would you want to be friends with a crazy person? I think you just got to ignore her. Like the next time she knocks on your window like that, I would just knock back on the other side of the window. I'd knock back and then give her the finger. See how she handles that. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to start talking about shit that freaks her out. If she's really religious, just talk about how much you love Satan and you've given yourself over to him. I don't know what else you could do. Fart in her presence. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what to do. I feel bad for you. For some reason, it reminded me of Misery. I just keep picturing that woman walking up to your window. The cock-a-doodie, whatever, fucking coming up to your window. It's very American Horror Story. Wife cries at least. So I hope that helps you out. I would just be more firm. Write her a letter. Dear neighbor, fuck off. Sincerely, solitary woman in cottage next to you, right? All right, wife cries at least 3 times a week. Dear Bill Burr Baggins, big fan of your F you attitude towards life. I don't have a fuck you attitude towards life, okay? I think it's very precious. And know that I am taking notes by telling people to go fuck yourself, all right? Anyways, I have an issue with my wife-to-be because she cries all the time. All right, that's a deal breaker for me. I already have my advice. Next time she cries, just gently put your hands on her shoulders and be like, honey, grow up. No, you can't do that. All right, we've known each other since January 2017, and our marriage was arranged. Not forced, but arranged. All right, this is like tear and rupture. What the fuck does that mean? We both chose to marry each other after our parents allowed us to talk on the phone for a few months. What the fuck is this? What in God? Well, of course you did. If they didn't allow you to talk on the fucking phone, the first time you poke your head out of the ground, yeah, you're gonna marry whatever you do just to get away from those controlling maniacs. Anyways, since we've been together and she's cried more times than I've cried in my life, including the times I've cried during my childhood. You ever think she's crying because she doesn't want to marry you? That's what I'd be worried about. She cries for various different reasons, like her little sister annoys her, feels like she's lucky to have me, feels like her parents don't value her, or she feels like she won't do me proud as a wife. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I don't even know what to do with this person. But you know that you seem like you're from a different part of the world, a different culture. So, but you do seem annoyed. But oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ! I think I would start crying. I just if you don't stop fucking crying, I swear to God, I'm going to kill myself, and that would make her cry even more, and just be like, what do I have to do? Okay. Anyways, we are definitely getting married, as that line has been crossed. So cutting it off isn't a possibility. Dude, where the fuck are you in the world? I love her more than you love the freckles on your face, but but this is crying is wearing me down. Well, it seems like you still have a sense of humor about it. As I have to comfort her every time and just stare at her on FaceTime as she cries. At times, it just gets super annoying because she does cry over small shit. I got to tell you something. I don't know this woman, and she's annoying the shit out of me. Anyway, she has a busy schedule because she's training to be a teacher. Oh, God. Hope she doesn't fucking teach some underprivileged kids. She'll have a goddamn nervous breakdown. The second she starts crying and shows weakness, it's going to be over. Anyways, getting a post-grad, organizing Islamic events, parentheses, no ISIS jokes, please. And she does an Islamic course at night. So I understand that she has shitloads on her plate. She's underconfident and she feels like she's not the model woman you see on Instagram. Although I assure her that she is beautiful and I love her just the way she is. I really don't know how to deal with this or even approach the situation. Sometimes I find that I am avoiding her because I know it will lead to crying and what have you. What do you suggest? Your podcast is sex to my ears. Nia is awesome, and I hope Lola is not giving Nia too many sleepless nights. Thank you for listening, old bright bulb bag Billy. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I really don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know how to solve this. This is like, how do you tell a woman to stop crying in a way that doesn't make them cry more? All right, okay. You know what I do when my wife is going to cry and I don't think it's that big a deal, or I just don't want to deal with it? When she starts to cry, I just look at her and I jut out my bottom lip and I make the saddest, most pathetic, just picture like a sad clown. I make the saddest, stupidest face, and I look down while still looking up at her. Just imagine that look. And it always makes her laugh, and she gets fucking mad at me because she can't continue crying because I look so fucking ridiculous. And another way you could do it is right before you make that face, you take a big inhale. You go, and you just make that face. And I'm telling you, if she has a sense of fucking humor, that's what I would do. I think that's what I would do. I would just joke my way out of it. Anytime she was crying over nothing, I would start crying with her. Like, I just don't feel that I'm going to be a good enough husband for you. And be like, and I would just be like, I worry about that too. Now, you have to know this. I am a dick. All right. But that's what I would do. I would just start doing that. And what's going to happen is hopefully she'll toughen up a little bit. Jesus Christ. Do you know how fucking nervous that would make me if a woman was crying because she loved me that much and was worried that she wouldn't be a good fucking... I would break up with her. I'd be like, I can't handle that pressure. Jesus Christ. What is going to happen when she finds out I can't fucking read out loud? Mom's comment on pizza. Good luck to you, sir. That's what I would do. I would use humor. You know, next time she go, honey, can I talk to you about something? I would have like 40 fucking boxes of Kleenex and just fucking run over with like 5 boxes of Kleenex. I would just do something to make it silly and ridiculous. And then she might get upset that you do that. I guess I would then say, the fuck would I say? I would just be honest. Just say, listen, I love you to death, but the amount that you cry, I don't know how to deal with it. Oh, fuck, that made you cry. Jesus Christ. What do you guys say? What do you Islamic guys say when you curse? What do you say instead of Jesus Christ? What do you say? Do you say something? Do you take Muhammad's name in vain? Do you do something like that? I don't know whatever the fuck it is you say. I would be really. That would really. I mean, that's a lot. These fucking letters are a lot this week. Okay, the fucking neighbor. The goddamn fucking douchebag who needs an apology for a fucking side hug through 2 different women. He needs to get his apology. That guy is such a pussy. What kind of fucking guy uninvites another guy to a fucking wedding as if that's some sort of punishment? He just made his day, you asshole. If you really didn't like the side hug, you should make him fucking go there. And then there's the one cool chick who fucking boyfriend rides motocross. All right. Not saying the other people weren't cool, but good Lord. Wife cries at least 3 times a week. I read that as 3 times a day. 3 times a week. That's still a lot. It's 156 times a year. That's what I would do. All right, 365 minus 156. Oh, Jesus. 256, 250. That's 194. 194 days you're not crying. 156 you are. Okay? That's like Marty Schottenheimer's lifetime record. That's the way you're crying. Days you cry versus days you don't. And that's not enough to make it in this league, okay? So I'm going to need you to toughen it up at least 2/3 more. Why don't you tell her she's allowed to cry once a week unless something really bad happens? Okay? You know what you could do? You could go to the pet store and get one of those shocker collars, and every time she starts to cry, just fucking zap her. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. All right, Mom's comment on pizza leads to breakup. I have no idea where this is going. All right. Hey, Bill, weekly listener here. Love F is for family and all your stand-up stuff. Keep up the good work. My question is, what experiences... Hey, Nia. Oh, good to see you. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Nia, this guy's fucking wife cries 3 times a week.
Why?
That's hilarious. Did you guys hear that? She goes, why? Are you going to cry? She cries because she loves him so much. She just did a spit take. I swear to God.
No, she does not.
Yes, she does.
Nobody loves somebody that much they cry 3 times a week.
Well, this is the thing. They're Islamic, and their parents allowed them.
I love you so much. Like,
well, listen.
Knock it off.
Exactly. I was telling them what I do when you cry. Remember that time when you would cry and I just kept making that face? I go.
Which was not helpful, by the way.
It helped me because I just didn't want to deal.
It's not about you. It's about me. If I'm crying, I'm having an emotion about something.
Can I tell you something?
Your job isn't to, like, check out and figure out how to wait for you to deal with it. Your job is to, like, check in and figure out how I can deal with it. Your job is to make me feel better, not cope for yourself. God.
Yeah, but sometimes you just don't want to deal with, like, you know when I occasionally.
I just don't want to deal. Just fucking deal. Be a nice person. Be emotionally open. Don't be a fucking vast wasteland of non-emotion, man.
Are you high? Yes, you are.
I reserve the right not to answer that question.
Okay.
Nobody cries. She's lying. She's not crying that much because she loves him.
Can I tell you something? Do you know, do you know occasionally I'll get upset and I go on a rant? Wouldn't it be great if you knew how to... Well, your version of that is when you cry.
No.
It is.
No.
It is.
No.
Don't tell me how I feel.
Don't tell me how I react to things. I don't cry like...
Don't respond to my don't tell me with your don't tell me.
If I'm angry, I'm angry. If I'm emotional, I'm fucking emotional.
Hey, can I finish this? These people are Islamic. This is an arranged marriage. It's not forced. Just listen, for fuck's sakes. All right. Get over behind the mic. All right. They actually were allowed to talk on the fucking phone for a few months.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, these are fucking. This is very.
I respect it.
Secluded life here.
Okay, I get it.
So her emotions are at the surface. So she cries if her little sister annoys her. If she feels she's lucky to have me, feels like her parents don't value her, or she feels like she won't do me proud as a wife.
Oh, so whenever she's having emotions, basically.
Right. What's a good way to be like, honey, I love you to death, but could you fucking knock it off because you're driving me crazy? How do you say that to a woman without making her cry more?
I mean, yeah, she seems like she would cry if you told her, like, I don't know, the tea was not sweet enough. So she's definitely sensitive. I
told him to start crying too.
Oh God!
Like she's just like, I'm just worried, and I was like, me too. And I was thinking she would get mad then.
Probably, because if she did it like that,
then she stops crying. Hey, hang in here for this last one.
He's happy. No, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what
I can tell you, as a man, when a woman cries, all we want you to do is to stop crying. We don't give a fuck.
We are aware of that.
Yes.
You're completely fucking selfish when it comes to our emotions. Yeah, we know. Thanks.
Well, you're selfish when I yell. That's an emotion. You want me to stop yelling.
Yelling, like hearing somebody yell constantly is like traumatic. Okay.
Hearing somebody cry all the time is also traumatic.
Yeah.
It's like you're watching this sad movie that never ends.
It is. No, that would be a real, she sounds like a real drip.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Come on, that was good.
Well, what can he do?
I don't know.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, buddy.
Yeah, I don't. It sounds like that's just kind of how she is. I mean,
listen, I don't know if your religion allows you to do this, but I would get some Bose wireless headphones, the noise canceling ones. Whenever she starts crying, I just put them on and put on your favorite fucking music.
Can you ask her dad or her mom or whatever? I just feel like she's very sensitive. She cries easily. Is that? So, yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't do that. If they finally let her talk on the fucking phone, and then you're going to come and be like, yeah, can you tweak her a little bit this way? Anyway, mom's comment on pizza leads to breakup. Hey, Bill, weekly listener, love F is for family and all your stand-up stuff. Keep up the good work. All right, my question is, what experiences have you had with dating while going through a rough time with your professional career?
Bill has never dated anyone besides me. I'm the only woman in his life that matters, and I really don't appreciate you asking about the people that came before me.
I got to tell you something. I dated a lot of great women. A lot of hotties that were absolute animals in the rack. My girlfriend and I dated for 3 years and recently decided to go on a break. Yeah, all right, you're breaking up. We met in law school, both graduated with good grades, and each passed the bar exam. The big difference between us is that she got a job right after graduation with a high salary, insane benefits, and located in a wealthy suburb. This was largely due to a family connection, which she openly admits. Yeah, good for her. Use your connection. Meanwhile, I hoped to get hired by a firm I worked at during my final year of law school, but was told at the last minute that none of the interns would be hired. You fucking cunts. Oh, my God, after you sat there going through their card catalog or whatever the fuck it is you guys do. As a result, I've been living with my parents for the past 3 months, making money teaching tennis lessons while sending resumes and traveling for interviews all over the state. The decision for a break came when my girlfriend was visiting me at my parents' house. She and I went out for pizza and came back with some leftovers. My girlfriend put the pizza in the fridge, but my mom, who has a heavy Russian accent, told her that putting the pizza in the fridge destroys the flavor. I did not even bat an eye at the interaction and went to the couch to watch a hockey game. This guy's living the life. He's living at home. He's teaching tennis. He's watching hockey. He's eating pizza. I love this guy's life. After an evening of my girlfriend moping around, I asked her what was wrong. According to her, I failed to stand up for her and was supposed to tell my mom to not speak to her that way. Well, in defense of her...
Tell my girlfriend not to put the pizza in the fridge. Oh, how do you know?
But in defense of her, though, the Russian accent is a little harsh.
They can't help it. Even when they're being like happy and friendly towards each other, they sound like they're screaming at each other. They want to murder each other.
Yeah, that they're going to send you to the fucking gulag.
Russians, don't get mad at me. You know that shit is true. And like, think about your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles. Like when you went in the room.
Nobody gets mad at anything on this podcast, Nia. I have curated some of the dumbest people on this planet, and we all just sit in our fucking bubble of stupidity, enjoying all of this. All right, after an evening of my girlfriend moping around, I asked her what was wrong. Okay, according to her, I failed to stand up for her and was supposed to tell my mom to not speak to her that way. I know my mom can sound a little harsh with her accent. Yeah, there you go. And sometimes uses incorrect words. Use your imagination when speaking English. But the two have always had a good relationship, so there was no reason to think she would be upset by the comment. This started an argument about how I've become a mama's boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, she went there.
And that I'm not...
really pissed about that whole pizza situation.
And that I'm not desperate enough to move out of the house. Ooh. Somebody's going to throw a chair soon. These comments really piss me off because she has personally seen the amount of hard work and long hours I put into my schoolwork, internship, passing the bar exam. Yeah, not to mention she got a hookup and sending out resume. Additionally, this came a day after I was informed that I was a close second for a job I was excited about potentially receiving. Yeah, so this is it. Yeah, you're seeing branches. You know land is coming. You like Christopher Columbus.
This is gross.
Nia was commenting on this all-natural ginger ale. I actually like it.
Oh, my God. Hey,
But-
really quickly, can I just ask you a quick question? Do you consider ginger ale soda?
I thought you were going to ask me, do I consider ginger ale offensive? An offensive name?
Do you consider ginger ale soda?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. People that follow me on Twitter will know what I'm talking about. I did a poll on Twitter because I realized that I don't consider ginger ale soda.
Well, it's because you only drink it when you have, when your stomach's not...
That's what everybody was saying to me, but you know I'm obsessed with ginger ale. So I drink it all the time, but people seem to, yeah.
Why don't you consider it soda?
I don't know. I have no idea. I consider soda like Coke and orange.
Do you consider an apple a fruit? No, why not? I don't know.
I know, it's super obvious, but I just never made the connection that it would be soda.
If you said that on a first date, there would be no second date. I'd be like, this is the fucking bimbo. Jesus, I thought I was dumb.
You would think I was a bimbo, though?
Yeah.
That's okay. I can live
That
with
reminds me of that. I told you that story in the podcast, that girl one time. Like, hey, you want to go out? You want to go grab some sushi or something? Some night? Oh, my God, I love sushi. But one time I ate it every day for like a month. And what do you call the white part of your eye? I'm like, the white part of your eye? She goes, it turned all yellow. And I was like, hey.
that bitch had jaundice.
Yes. And I conveniently had another call coming in that I had to take.
Well, but even if you thought I was a bimbo.
I still try to go out with her.
I feel like part of bimbo still means like you are attracted to me. So.
I still try to go out with her, though.
Of course you did.
You know why? She was an underwear model. She modeled me undies. No, she didn't.
So anyway, pizza. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. Additionally, this came because so the guy was excited. Whatever. I suspect the real situation is my girlfriend has an image of who her partner is and saw potential in me meeting that image someday. But right now, I'm not living up to that image. It's like she's an NFL GM and I am the potential franchise quarterback who still needs to work on his arm strength before becoming the starter. In her eyes, I'm boozing it up like Johnny Football instead of hitting the gym. I got to tell you something, dude. I'd let this girl go.
And I have to say something, too. Do not